Hello everyone. I have another gold silver crystal battle for you guys, and oh boy, this one was a really long one. It took about 1 hour to finish. It was really intense from the beginning till the end. It was against Gabriel, also known as MaverickHunterVile. I will leave his channel in the description so you can check him out. But yeah, let's get right into the battle. He leads with Fortress, so I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to set up his spikes, so I'm going straight for the Thunder, trying to get as much damage as possible, but I actually miss. So an unfortunate start for me, but it's just the beginning. So yeah, set up a Reflect, just in case you want to go to a physical attacker or so, but he actually reveals a Raikou. So switching in Steelix, since he can usually wall most Raikous, unless they have hidden power water. He actually goes for Roar, but since my Roar is slower, I get to my Roar actually hits while he is fail. And here I'm just going using Roar many times just to scout his team to see what he has. And so far I know he has Fortress, he has Feraligatr, he has his Tyranitar and a Raikou. So yeah, so far I only see that Tyranitar and Fortress can somehow stop my lags to sweep, so going for the Lovely Kiss, put this Tyranitar to sleep, so I can safely switch out into Cloyster, and he brings in his Fortress again. Now, I know that most Fortress tend to carry Rapid Spin as well, but I'm going to set up my spikes, but he predicts that, and immediately goes for the Rapid Spin, so I cannot just trying to get spikes down because he will spin them away immediately. So I'm going for Protect to see what he's going to do next. But he switches out and reveals a Gengar. So now I know 5 of his Pokemon, and Gengar is problematic since my Snorlax does not have Earthquake or Shadow Ball. So I need to get him out of the way. So I'm going to Alakazam. He goes for Thunder. Does a good amount of damage, but now I predict a switch on his part and go for the Toxic, and he reveals his last Pokemon. Well, his 6th Pokemon, not his last. No one is down yet. So Houndoom is also a problem. My Alakazam has a Houndoom and a Tyranitar to deal with, but I actually can set up a light screen, and with this I can somehow stall him, but he switches into Raikou. So light screen up and trying to Toxic him as well, but he double switches to Tyranitar, which is already asleep, so a good play on his part. Now I cannot do anything to his Tyranitar, so I need to switch, go for Steelix, and now I predicted that he would switch, because he's asleep, he cannot go for Fire Blast, so I switched back to Zapdos, but he actually stayed in. So here, Thunder away, getting as much damage as possible on him, but he switches back to Raikou, and I get the paralysis with Thunder, so that will help me on the long run. It can force him to rest earlier, it can make any of my Pokemon faster than his Raikou, so yeah, it helps. So, not wanting to risk him going for the Thunder, and I need my own Thunder as well. Switch to Steelix, he actually set up a Reflect, so he has Roar, Reflect and Thunder. I don't know his 4th move, it can be either a Hidden Power or Rest, but we will see that later. So going to Cloyster, predicting him to switch, because yeah, Steelix cannot go for electric move, and here he reveals a Hidden Power, so this Raikou has not Rest, which is good, means that he cannot get rid of his paralysis, since I know his entire team by now, and he doesn't have a Heal Bellum. So looking good so far, nothing really threatened. Switching back to Steelix as he goes to Gengar on his own. Going for Earthquake, not trying to play any games, but he goes to Dynamic Punch and hits, and I actually hit myself in confusion, but even though it's super effective, Steelix has monstrous defenses. Gengar can't do much. Here he predicted me a switch from my part, so he goes for Thunder, but I actually stay in. Gengar, besides of Ice Punch, he has not much to hit Gengar with, Steelix, I'm sorry. But yeah, he switches to Fortress to take the Earthquake pretty well. And now I just go for Curse, but yeah, he doesn't want to stay in, so Feraligatr comes in, and I cannot stay against him because an Hydro Pump would easily take me out, and I don't want to overpredict anything. So switching back to Cloyster, and yeah, it goes for Hydro Pump. Does a decent amount considering it's not very effective. Now I'm using this opportunity to try to set up my own spikes again. But he goes for Dynamic Punch, hits. Fortunately, I don't hit myself in Confusion here and set up spikes. But now my Cloyster is, yeah, it's pretty damaged. But at that range of HP, I can't switch out because if I switch in back again, spikes won't take me out. So I need to switch, go for Zapdos, and threaten him out with Thunder. And I know Raikou is coming in, it's his only safe switch to Zapdos. But that will slowly whittle him down, since he doesn't have rest, as he had revealed to me already. He predicts my switch, goes for Roar. Zapdos gets dragged back in, not good. Anything could be dragged in, but Zapdos was the worst thing that I could drag in. This time I predict him to go for another Roar or something, but he actually gets full para. Now I don't want to risk him to go for Thunder, so I go to Steelix, but he set up a Reflect again. Probably predicted my Steelix to come in, so he wants to, yeah, he wants to take my physical moves better and make a safer switch. And as you can see, Fortress, even after Spike's damage, it takes nothing from that Earthquake with the Reflect up. So here I need to switch again. I reveal my 6th Pokemon to him, Tyranitar, as the Rapid Spins, as I predicted. But there was not much I can do about that. He would get his Rapid Spin off no matter what. Now, seeing that he might think that my Tyranitar has Fire Blast, which he has, he will switch, and he goes for Tyranitar. I thought he would switch in something like Feraligatr, so that's why I went to Zapdos, but he actually goes for Tyranitar. Now, trying to take down his HP with Thunders. Fortunately, he doesn't wake up, but yeah, he's almost waking up for sure. He has already burned a lot of sleep turns. So switching into Cloyster, he wakes up, but fortunately for me, he misses his Rock Slide. He could take out my Cloyster here, but he got unlucky. And here I stayed in, I go for Surf, and his first Pokemon is down. Tyranitar, big threat, undoubtedly, is down for now. Going to Protect to see what he's going to do, and also to recover more HP back, so I can switch in later and not get defeated by Spikes. So switching back to Snorlax, he misses Hydro Pump, not a big deal, but now he hits his Dynamic Punch. This Feraligatr is showing to be a big threat to my team. I didn't expected him to be that threatening at the beginning of the match, but if he has a good aim with Dynamic Punch, then yeah, it can wreck many Pokemon in OU. But back again, Zapdos against Raikou one more time, trying to take out a bit more of his HP as he sets up Reflect again. He knows that Reflect is a pretty good move against my Steelix that always comes in on his Raikou. It's unavoidable. Now he switches, and I go for Roar just to try to play some mind games with him. Gengar gets dragged in, and yeah, now I can go for Earthquake. He might overpredict or something and stay in, and he actually does. He goes for Ice Punch, and thanks to Reflect, Earthquake does not take this Gengar out. Now I predict some sort of either a switch or this Destiny Bond like he did. So I went for Roar. There was a battle, one of my previous OU battles, that I could have gone for Roar at that point, and then I didn't, and Destiny Bond took me out. But yeah, Here he predicted a switch to my Zapdos really nicely and went for Rock Slide, and it crit me, and that did a lot. So I have to go for Thunder. I cannot overpredict anything, but he switches to Fortress, maybe predicting a switch on my part as well. And yeah, this Fortress is now really on low HP and paralyzed, so he switched just probably to keep him as a death fodder. And yeah, switching back to Steelix, now he predicts that and goes for HP. I'm judging its Ice since it did neutral damage. Here I just decided to explode, but then I remembered, oh, he has his Fortress still, and yeah, it brings him in as to take the explosion as death fodder. So Steelix is out, but no worries, his Raikou is paralyzed, so he's not that big of a threat, and he has not Rest nor Heal Beller. So now Cloyster, Gengar again, as usual going to protect to see what he's going to do and to recover more HP with my leftovers. And now I'm going to Tyranitar to take him once and for all, and unless he hits with Dynamic Punch, I can take him out, but he actually tries to go for the Destiny Bond. But that's fine by me. The only purpose of my Tyranitar is to take out this Gengar that can wall my Snorlax to hell and back. So yeah, it goes down with 2 pursuits and takes me down in the process as well with Destiny Bond, but as I said, it's fine by me. Now, he has no Tyranitar, has no Fortress, he has no Gengar, right? So Snorlax can actually try to sweep here, but he still has his Feraligatr, and he's hitting all of his Dynamic Punches so far, so I need to somehow play around that. So here we have Alakazam and Raikou set up Light Screen and take his Thunders really well. Here I decided just to attack him straight off, and he could switch into Houndoom, but he stayed in, probably wanting to whittle down my HP to a low amount and not letting me recover, so he can take me out with Houndoom, and yeah, and so I could not recover my HP as well as I tried to do here, because with Light Screen and Recover I can actually stall out this Houndoom, but here he gets a special defense drop and my Light Screen wears off in this turn. So my thought process here was, setting up the screen, I will go down no matter what, even if I recovered. With a special defense drop I would go down, so I might just set up the screen to help the rest of my team. So Zapdos comes in and trying to go for a Thunder, but actually I miss, and he goes for a Flamethrower. Doesn't do much, but I need to preserve this Zapdos for his Feraligatr, so I'm going to Snorlax, and I also need to rest here because that amount of HP I cannot set up a Belly Drum. I'm here, I'm pretty sure, I was almost sure I could survive a Flamethrower, and yes, I did it, thanks to the Light Screen. He burns me, but it doesn't matter, I'm just going to rest off the damage. And stuff are looking pretty good right now. I was kind of in a pickle back then, but now that Snorlax has all of his HP back, it's good again. Now here I'm going to sack Cloyster to bring safely in my Zapdos, just in case he wanted to overpredict again. And on my part there is no overpredictions now. Thunder straight away, and Houndoom has to take it for his team. So switching back to Snorlax again to take his special attacks, not going to risk anything. And yeah, it takes him pretty well, and Poison is also doing its job to whittle down this Houndoom. Going to burn another sleep turn here. Yeah, in the next turn I will wake up, but if he will stay in, and since Poison is going to take him out, I'm not waking up on this particular turn. But now here I have to face this Feraligatr. I just have to hope that it doesn't hit Dynamic Punch. But he actually predicted here that I would switch to Zapdos and he goes for Rock Slide. He actually misses, not sure if that mattered or not. It would only matter if we got a flinch with Rock Slide, but since it didn't. So I put him to sleep with Lovely Kiss, and I got to set up a belly drum, and since he didn't wake up on this turn, I will straightly take him out with a return. So this is good game, definitely good game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely did. It was like, this match was like a chess game. We have to do our moves right, and one simple mistake could turn the tables around for any one of us. So leave your like if you enjoyed the match, leave a comment, your feedback is always appreciated. And if you haven't done so, you can subscribe. I will bring you more content of this. And yeah, it's everything for today. I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Peace.